Yes. I rewrote it.
All right. 1, 2.
All right. Now, like I said, there were multiple ways to deconstruct this shape. How many of you saw a triangle and a rectangle?
Me. How do you see a triangle in that thing?
Did anybody see a trapezoid?
I saw a trapezoid.
Okay. Cheyenne's the only person that did a trapezoid?
But I can't solve it.
It was like half and half in the other class. Okay. So now, and that's the thing. I personally would have gone immediately to a triangle because a triangle's formula is easier than a trapezoid's, right? So this is the way that you could have found your triangle and your rectangle. All right, so we'll do triangle. Yep, and rectangle. All right, so my triangle, what's my formula for triangles?
Base times height.
1/2.
1/2 base times height. What's my formula for a rectangle? Base times height. Okay. So what is my base for my triangle? 4.
No.
Yes, this is the base of my triangle. This is my base. Okay. And then my height is what? 5 minus 15. So this is 10. So 1/2, 4 times 10.
You could go to look at that.
Oh, I did it.
It's okay. What's 1/2 of 4? 2. So 2 times 10 is 20.
Will it always be like
Okay.
that? Because I flipped it.
The only work I've shown.
When you multiply numbers, remember, does it matter which order I put them in? No. All right. Okay. Rectangle. What are my measurements for my rectangle? 15 times 6. When I multiply 15 times 6, what do? 90. Okay, so 90 plus 20 equals 110. Now, the trapezoid. Okay, so this is the way you could have seen the trapezoid. Okay, so what you would have done, your bases. Okay, so I have 4 and 6. That means my base is 10, and this is 6. So this base would have been 6. And then your height is 10. So base 1 plus base 2 times height times 1/2. Okay, and then you would have done 5 times 6. It is a little bit more, but would it still have given me the same answer?
Yes.
And then I had somebody draw both lines. So they had a triangle, a smaller rectangle, and a smaller rectangle, and they had 3 shapes. They still got the same answer. Okay, so as long as you are doing your numbers correctly to find your measurements, it doesn't matter what shapes you do. Like this one, there are 2 different ways that I could deconstruct this. There's actually more than that, but the 2 most common ways. I could extend my rectangles this way, or I could have done it this way. Okay, or I could do all of them and have 2 squares and 3 rectangles. But again, more work. Okay, now, why do you think in this picture some of it's shaded and some of it's not?
Because you're only supposed to use the middle.
Okay, so sometimes it'll either ask you to find the area of the shaded region. If it asked you to find the area of the shaded region, what do you think you would do?
You would find the perimeter. You find the area of the middle one, and you find the area of the outside one.
And then do what? Subtract. Okay.
That's what I do.
All right, so this next one, he's saying like, okay, so if this was 10 and 5. All right, I would find 10 times 5, well, it's 50 for the whole rectangle, right? And then my trapezoid, whatever it was for this, I'm making a number up, but let's just say the area for and then subtract. Because this would be like, this is a carpeted room. I'm going to take out the carpet and put down some tile or whatever. I know. So I would take that out. I know. It's just an example. Yes. We're going to talk about that in just a minute. All right, right here. What are a few different shapes? Okay. So I could have a rectangle and a trapezoid. I could have a rectangle and a trapezoid by doing it this way, or I could have 4 shapes. Okay. right there, but then you'd have 3 rectangles. Okay, so here, what do I have in the middle? A square. Okay, my circles, how many circles do I have? I do not have 4 circles. I have 2 circles because I have 4 halves and I put them together. So you would find the area of 1 and just double it. Okay? All right. With the formula.
8 equals 5 times 2.
Okay.
Can we do these on our own? Yes.
I'm doing these 2 with you. You are going to do these 2.
We do 2
Four
and
is
4.
so
How about we do
hard.
Can you do 2? I swear. 2.
You would rather me do 2 and 4 with you than 1 and 3?
Yes.
Okay.
No.
All right.
2 is so
So
Two
a patio is being landscaped with trees and shrubs. How many square feet of landscaping will be around the patio? So it wants to know how, this is my landscape, is my unshaded portion, and it wants to know how much is unshaded. Okay, that's what I'm looking for. So I have rectangles, right? Rectangle's easy. That's just base times height. Well, what's my base times height? 14 times 8. So what's 14 times 8? 112. Okay, well, how many rectangles do I have?
2.
Okay. Remember, when I have weird shapes like this, I look at the whole picture first. I have 2 rectangles with the same measurement, so I'm just going to multiply this by 2.
Actually, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, so 224. Now, that would be how much I had total, right? But I'm taking this chunk out, so I have to find the area of that.
So you do 8 minus 3 and you get 5.
Okay.
And then you
Do y'all understand why he's doing 8 minus 3? Okay, because he's trying to find the measurement of this right here. Well, this total is 8 and this is 3. So 8 minus that 3 gives me 5. Okay, so for my base, remember the whole base of the rectangle is 14. Well, right here there's 3 remaining. So 14 minus 3 is
Or you could say what plus 3 is
11. Okay, so it's 55.
Yeah.
All right, so 11 times 5 is 55.
Yeah.
So then what do I do with 55?
You subtract it from 224.
I subtract it from 224. So they had 169 square feet of landscaping.
169 square feet. The harder they look, the easier they are.
That's what I'm saying. A lot of the time, y'all will overcomplicate it just because of the way that it looks.
Yes.
Okay?
Let's do the rest on our
Don't do
own.
that.
Rest
Well,
on our
here's the thing. The last class, I made them do this one on their own. They overcomplicated it.
So we
a
should
lot.
walk around.
Oh, I know.
So we're going to talk about it.
No, we should do it
What is the
around.
big shape overall?
It's a square.
A square.
It's 1.
Okay, this whole square right here. So 9 times 9 is what? 81. Okay, so what's the area of the shaded region? So I need to take this triangle out. Okay, well, what's the base measurement of the triangle? 9. What's the height of the triangle? Okay, so 1/2. 9 times 9. 9 times 9 is 81. 1/2 of 81. What's 1/2 of 80? 40. And then you were left with 1. What's half of 1? 0.5. Okay, so 40.5. So I have 81 and 40.5. What do I do? Subtract.
Wouldn't that be just 40.5?
40. No. Is it?
Because you're just taking.
I borrowed from here. Yes, it is 40. It's been a morning. Okay.
It's 40.
I feel like just yesterday was Monday.
I don't think it's easy.
I think today is.
Okay. All right.
Can we
Those
find
two.
ourselves?
You're doing 1 and 3 by yourself. If you are done before I'm ready to go over it, then you can do 5 by yourself.
Okay.
By yourself. Shh. You're trying it on your own. Just try it. How do you find the area of your trapezoid? Oh, you did too. Oh, dear. Put 2 triangles together, make a rectangle.
How does that work?
Because if I have 2 triangles, a rectangle is just then put together.
No, you don't.
So did y'all think 1 and 3 is harder than 2 and 4?
Yes.
No.
No.
They're
No.
easy.
They're all easy.
3 was somewhat hard, but it wasn't super hard.
They're all easy.
Yeah, they were all kind of easy. I knew that's what I was easy.
Yes, he is.
If I'm wrong, I swear I'm gonna scream.
You're gonna scream like a queen. Be the queen, way so you.
Well, you have a pilot.
You're confused on.
Have one.
That's easy.
Get over here, bro. Like, first one.
I'm done with it right now. I can't even call my
Small piece, but thank you.
Oh,
You don't need this.
dude, this
Yeah,
part.
I was about to say, you messed up something.
What part? The
Tiny
circle?
circle.
You have to.
I have to figure it. Is that right?
Don't.
It's a pilot.
It doesn't matter. You don't touch my pins. What about it?
Is it right? And how do I?
No.
Okay.
Okay, let's look at number 1.
No, not yet. Hold on.
We need to so that we can get through it.
Okay,
Okay, so now Araceli found 2 triangles and a rectangle, and then the rectangle. Okay, doable. You can.
How?
All right, she did it like this.
I would have done it like that too.
Okay. So I would have done a trapezoid. Okay, no, we have to do the work for the people who are struggling. Okay, so I have 1/2 base 1 plus base 2 times height. What are my bases?
10, 15.
10 and 15.
And you get 25.
And my height is 8. So I have 1/2 25 times 4, taking the half away. What are 4 quarters? 100. So the area of my trapezoid is 100. What is the area of my rectangle? 35. So what is 100 minus 35?
65.
Okay. All right. So the next one, this is the one y'all were struggling with. A composite figure is created using the rectangle and a semicircle. What is a semicircle?
It's a half a circle.
It's a half of a circle. So you have to find the area of the full circle and divide by 2. Okay? So now the area for my circle is what? Pi times radius squared. What is this?
6.
That's 12.
That's 12, but that would be my diameter, so I need half of it. So I have pi times radius squared. Well, 6 squared is what? 36. So you're doing 3.14 times 36. What did y'all get when y'all did 3.14 times 36?
The right track.
113.
113.
Oh. Yeah, that's what I got. I
0.04.
I thought I did something wrong, but I didn't. Very fun.
Okay, so that's the area for what?
The semicircle.
No, it's not.
Or the whole
No.
circle.
The whole circle.
Now you have to divide that.
We have to divide it by 2.
56.52.
56.52.
I can't believe I wrote that far.
Okay, that is the semicircle area. What is the area of the rectangle?
18 by 12.
216.
216.
Yeah, I got 216. I got 262. You're saying half there, nothing.
So I do what with those 2 numbers?
Add.
Add them together.
A good thing I got the actual answer.
That is your answer. Good.
You made it. Your paper doesn't look as messy as mine does.
No, it's 5-2.
Good boy, Jack.
Well, I also didn't work out pi times 36 and then divide that by 2. I just wrote those down.
I did that too.
Here's from the other class where I actually did,
Oh, nice.
but we're running out of time. So, okay, right here.
What do you?
Yes,
I know which one's correct. Yeah, I know which one's
both of
correct.
them are
No,
incorrect.
yeah, I know. I'm correct.
It says they both solved the problem incorrectly. Both
Yeah.
of them are wrong, and it wants to know where.
I'm correct. Everywhere.
Okay,
They messed it up.
let's look at their formulas. Okay, one has an 8, one has a 16. What else?
One has a 1/2.
One has a 1/2, one does not. Okay, so that's the circle because here's pi. My formula is 1/2 pi r squared. It's not. No. It's pi r squared. So what is my radius for this?
8.
8. So it would be pi times 8 squared. So is this one correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Here, what did they do?
They just kept the same number.
They kept the diameter. They didn't half it, right? Okay, so she's wrong here. But what do I have here? Half a circle. So what did I have to end up doing?
You have to get the diameter. No, you have the diameter.
I have to half the whole thing, right? So she had the 1/2 because she was going to end up dividing by 2, but she did not. She was going to find the area of the full circle. Okay. So both of them did something correct for the formula, and both of them did something incorrect for the formula.
I did 2 things right.
Did you? So proud.
I did.
Okay. So what